Alright, hello everyone. I thought I would just come back to you guys with a sort of channel update. For those of you who don't chill in the stream or chill in the Discord or just like you don't really see me chat, that's perfectly okay. I know most people won't see this video, so this is for you guys, for the people who watch my stuff and stuff like that. Again, I know that most people won't actually see this, but that is perfectly okay. The last week has been the biggest roller coaster of successes and failures for my channel ever, probably. Most of the people who watch my streams or just hang out with me on Discord are probably aware of roughly the person I am, I would say. I don't put on too much of a show for people, anything like that. Who you see in my videos is me. I'm that person. You're also probably aware of how messed up my sleeping schedule generally is.
Thank you for subscriber.
I dedicate a large part of my day to YouTube. I sleep between 3 to 4 hours a day, I would say, which is a genetics thing, apparently, according to the doctor, because I know it's absolutely terrible for me. It runs on my mom's side. I inherited it. She has it. And apparently my gran also had it, where they just don't sleep very much. We just don't. After that, I spend about 4 to 5 hours on college. Maybe more, maybe less. It just depends on how much work I have that day in my pursuit of academia. After that, I get to work on my YouTube, which is my favorite part of my whole day. This is my passion. I love it so much. In which case, I generally spend about an hour recording 2 to 3 times that editing the video. Then about another hour rendering if I'm lucky. It just depends on how long a video is and how complex they are. I do other things in between these things, like playing the Battlegrounds game, which is actually fucking awesome. But that's my schedule. That's my schedule through and through generally every day. I'm trying my hardest to make the channel the best place possible for everyone watching. If you hate Remold, I still want you to enjoy watching my videos. That's what I'm kind of going for. I have an informal approach to my videos. My editing is smooth. I don't put in these major jump cuts or these super crazy special effects, explosions, Michael Bay style and shit like that. I try to make it a friendly vibe, if that makes sense. Which is, it's something that I'm still learning. So I only started doing this properly like August last year, I would say. So it's a learning progress, And obviously I'm still learning the English language. So when I say it's a learning progress, I probably mean something else. But the most important thing is just chilling with my subscribers, who I think are just the most awesome people ever. And if you're watching this and you're a subscriber, I am seriously talking about you. I'm so happy to have you guys. Every time I stream, it's been awesome. I very rarely have to even get worked up about anything. We can just chat, and it's very, very cool. So shout out to all the cool people on the Discord, like Sam, Tyler. Don't be offended if I don't think of names right now, because I've been awake for a very long time and I'm very tired. But yeah. So I'm currently in England at the moment. I am South African. I go to South Africa for about 2 to 3 months every year and try to do correspondent work then, so that it's not too big of a deal. But that is my home. But I am in England at the moment, and I'm studying at an English college, which is about £18,000 a year. I don't earn £18,000 a year, and I will never be able to earn £18,000 a year. In about 5 years' time, I'll have finished at the college and owe them close to £100,000, which I will have quite a long time to pay off. YouTube was, until a few days ago, my part-time job, and I know that sounds crazy. I just want to make it crystal clear that I don't do YouTube for the money whatsoever. But the side income mitigates this £18,000 a year that I have to pay, because it lets me spend more time doing my YouTube channel, which is a passion, instead of working at a nearby supermarket or something like that, for example. So this whole advertiser thing is quite a major blow. I'm not actually sure if I can speak about my actual earnings, like show you guys the graphs and stuff. If I can, I will in a future video. It's nothing secret. But if you check Social Blade, the website about that, and say that I get about $2 per 1,000 views, you can get a rough idea of how much I get. Factor in the Patreon, factor in super chats I get, which are like donations during a stream, etc. And you can get a decent idea of what I get out of YouTube every month, besides the joy factor. Don't misinterpret what I'm saying just because I'm speaking about it. I love doing this. I love my subscribers. You're all awesome. I'll say it over and over again. I don't know how many times I've said that in videos, but you're probably getting sick of hearing how happy I am about this. Yeah, really, I don't actually know. But this is quite a shitty moment for YouTube in general and the channel in general. a view on my channel in the last few days is worth less than 20% of what I was getting last week. I'm earning less than 20% of what I did. And if you're not aware of why this is happening or what I'm talking about and you just think I've gone on a random tangent because I'm insane, then let me go back a bit, back to the 16th of March. I'm going to play a clip from Philip DeFranco's newest video. I generally don't watch his stuff, to be completely honest. I don't think he's a bad YouTuber, I just don't watch that kind of stuff. But a friend of mine who's a pretty big YouTuber, much bigger than me, sent me the clip and he said, check this out, it's pretty hectic. So you can sort of understand where I'm coming from, I hope, and I hope that Philip doesn't mind me using the clip. So here it is.
What we're going to talk about today is YouTube is in crisis. Now, a story that in general got overshadowed last week because everyone was kind of freaking out about YouTube restricted mode was that there was a growing international boycott of YouTube and Google ads. We had news coming out of the UK that the British government, Toyota, McDonald's, hundreds of companies are pulling their ads. Then we got the news stateside that AT&T, Verizon, Johnson & Johnson, and others pulled their advertising. Then over the weekend, we saw news out of Australia that Holden and Kia were pulling their advertising. And now the newest and biggest set of news, and I feel like we predicted it on this show, is YouTube's response. We got a peek at what this change would be on the 20th. YouTube wrote this blog post a week ago titled, "Strengthening YouTube for Advertisers and Creators." Writing, "There's a difference between the free expression that lives on YouTube and the content that brands have told us they want to advertise against. Our advertiser-friendly content policy set the tone for which videos can earn revenue, ensuring that ads only appear where they should. After listening to strong feedback from our advertisers, today we announced a number of actions and we want to explain what these changes might mean for you, our YouTube creators. Tougher stance on hate speech. We will be implementing broader demonetization policies around videos that are perceived to be hateful or inflammatory. This includes removing ads more effectively from content that is harassing or attacking people based on their race, religion, gender, or similar categories." Also connected to this was accelerating appeals. Writing, "Today, any creator whose video is demonetized can launch an appeal to have their video reviewed. Moving forward, we plan to improve the process so that reviews can happen even faster." So the question, okay, Phil, they wrote this blog post a week ago, why are you talking about it now? Well, while they posted the article a week ago, they actually implemented changes over the weekend. Although you might not have noticed because it doesn't appear that YouTube or Google emailed the creators. Over the weekend, YouTube pushed through those broader demonetization policies. If you're a creator on this platform, I highly recommend you go through your backlog and see how many of your videos have now been demonetized over the weekend.
So as he speaks about in the video, in the last 2 days or so, I decided just to take a casual stroll through my library of videos, only to see that almost 40 of my videos out of almost 200 had been demonetized. Almost all of them were remote things. The rest were all about politics, which I can kind of understand. I can kind of understand the politics. Then the rest were mostly the remote drug guides, which I think is okay. I don't mind not having those monetized because it does have drug in the title. I assume advertisers don't want that, and that's okay. But the rest of them were pretty terrible examples of what I would consider a good reason to be demonetized. So I have a few options. I can remove the word drug from the title, but that would be an incredibly scumbaggy thing to do to people who actually want the info. So if you type in Rimmel drug guide, my videos will be there. If I remove the word drug from the title, you won't find those videos anymore. So it would just be an incredibly scumbaggery thing for me to actually do that just to earn money off the video. So that's gone. Politics videos, I can't do anything about it. I sent in an appeal, so we'll see what happens with those. That's about 8 videos in total, which is about 20% of the videos that I got demonetized. The rest of them are remote videos where I allude to violence, which is more than violence, more than necessary violence. So in Rimworld, you can skin people. It is not something that I generally do. So in these videos, I've alluded to torture or extreme violence, which includes me speaking about chopping up colonists and using their human leather to make a couch, which is, in a sense, I can kind of understand why that's not advertiser friendly, but it still really sucks. I still think it's kind of ridiculous because we're speaking about a video game. Not only that, but most of my channel are probably old enough to, when they play this game, to understand that kind of stuff. Sorry guys, I know I'm bitching and complaining. Pretty much, yeah. But more importantly than that, this is a channel update, and I want to let you guys know what's happening if you are interested. That this video will not get that many views because I'm not going to tag it the way I usually do. So for people who watch my mod reviews and mod showcases, etc., this won't get recommended to them in the way that it generally should. I just want to talk about YouTube for a little bit because this is my passion. It is what I love to do. I get so much joy out of it. Like in Rimworld, if you have someone who's a green thumb, for example, this is such a loser thing to bring up. If you have someone who's a green thumb, for example, you don't need to give them joy time. You just let them grow. Like, let them go work in the field. Literally, they get joy from that. This is my field. I love working in this field. That's why this is so ridiculous to me. And it's such a sad, sad thing. Why? Because first of all, my channel is tiny. My channel is tiny. It is very minuscule. Only recently have we been getting new subscribers. I'm very happy about that because they all seem to be nice people too. And secondly, there are channels that are slightly bigger than mine who were just like, okay, we're gonna try and work off my channel. Like, let's say someone with maybe 5 times the revenue what I get. They could maybe do this as a living. At least where I live. Like in South Africa, I'd be able to live off the money from the channel. They can't do that anymore, which is really, really shit for them, man. Really, really fucking shit. So actual channel update. In the last week, we have gotten 300% like increase in subscribers, almost 100,000 views, which puts our views at about 250,000 at the moment. So you can imagine that our views have almost doubled in the last few weeks than they have in total. So thank you all so much. I'm gonna end this video by just saying a huge fucking thank you. I appreciate you guys. I love you all. Thank you guys so much, especially to the people who go out of their way just to kind of chill. You know what I mean? I really appreciate you guys so much. So I hope you guys have an amazing day. Thank you very much to the Patreons who give their money to me every month. I just don't know what to say. That's just such a kind thing to do. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys have an amazing day as usual. See ya.